How to speak well and listen better. There are two sides to every conversation, and both are essential to the art of communication. So, how are your conversation skills? Think, think about it. Are you a smooth talker, or do you ramble? Are you an attentive listener, or do you tend to interrupt? Here how to master the art of conversation, both sides of it. When it's your turn to talk, 1. Get your thinking straight. The most common source of confusion messages is muddled thinking. We have an idea we haven't thought through, or we have so much we want to say that we can possibly say it, or we have an opinion that is so strong we can't keep it in. As a result, we are ill-prepared when we speak, and we confuse everyone. The first rule of plain talk, then, is to think before you say anything. Organize your thoughts. 2. Say what you mean. Say exactly what you mean. 3. Get to the point. Effective communicators don't beat around the bush. If you want something, ask for it. If you want someone to do something, say exactly what you want done. 4. Be concise. Don't waste words. Confusion rules in direct proportion to number of words used. Speaking plainly and briefly, using the shortest, most familiar words. 5. Be real. Each of us has a responsibility of learning of strengths through patterns and mannerisms. We can aid us in communicating clearly. For maximum clarity, be natural and let the real you come through. To be more convincing and much more comfortable, 6. Speaking is maze. The lecture that a picture is worth 1,000 words isn't always true. But words that help people visualize concepts can be tremendous as in communicating a message, but talking or sending messages it only have the process to be the truly accomplished communicator. You must also know how to listen and or receive messages. If you are approaching a railroad crossing a rail of line curve, you can send a message with your car home. But that's not the most important part of your communicator talk. The communication just takes place when you stop, look, and listen. Useful explanation or conversation too. So it's your turn to listen. What do is with thought and care. Listening, don't speaking and writing, requires sharing interest and attention. If you don't concentrate on listening, you won't learn much, and you won't remember much of what you do learn. Much of us retains only 70% of what we heard. So if you can increase your retention and your comprehension, you can increase your effectiveness. Besides the word of Lyndon Johnson's snitch of this, put it in a down to earth way. When you're talking, you ain't learning. 2. Use your eyes. If you listen only with your ears, you're missing out on much of the message. Good listeners keep their eyes open wide. Listening, look for feelings. The face is an eloquent communication medium. Learn to read X messages. With the speaker delivering a verbal message, the fake can be saying, "I'm serious, just kidding. It pains me to be telling you this," or "this gives me great pleasure." 3. Observe these nonverbal signals when listening to people. Rubbing one eye. When you hear "I guess you're right," and the speaker is rubbing one eye, guess again. Rubbing one eye open is a signal that the speaker is having trouble inwardly accepting something. Tapping feet. When a statement is accompanied by foot tapping, it usually indicates a lack of confidence in what is being said. Rubbing finger. When you see the thumb and forefinger rubbing together, it often means that the speaker is holding something back. Staring and blinking. When you see the other person staring at the ceiling and blinking rapidly, the topic at hand is under consideration. Rook smiles. Most genuine smiles are symmetrical and small facial expressions are fleeting. If a smile is noticeably crooked, you rapidly looking at a fake one. Eyes that avoid contact. Poor eye contact can be a sign of low self-esteem, but it can also indicate that the speaker is not being truthful. It would be unwise to make conversations based solely on these visible signals, but they can give you valuable tips on the kind of questions to ask and kind of answers to be like for. Make things easy. People who are poor listeners will find few who are willing to come to them with useful information. Good listeners make it easy on those to whom they want to listen. They make it clear that they're interested in what other person has to say.